you guys how to make Huevos Rancheros. These are my favorite breakfast. Aside from this breakfast sandwich, this is my all-time favorite Mexican breakfast. Okay, so right here I have about half a cup of oil, and I'm going to fry up my tortillas. I'm gonna let them fry up for a little bit, and then I am going to use 3 small Roma tomatoes, two Serranos, and I'd say 1/4 of an onion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut up the tomato while my tortilla is frying. You want to fry them up really good because you want them to withhold the egg and the salsa. So I'm just gonna cut up my tomatoes just regular, how you would, in little squares. Mine are really tiny. I couldn't find any bigger ones, so these are gonna be fairly easy to cut. Okay, and then you don't want your tortilla to burn, so make sure you turn it around. You don't want it to burn, but you want it to be super crispy. That way it holds up to your egg and your salsa. Sorry guys if it's a little bit noisy. My washer is running this morning. I have to wash for my husband because he is still going to work. So yes, my kids do shower and change. It's just my kids aren't changing that often. I mean, unless we take them to the backyard and they get really filthy, we will shower them completely. Okay, I think I cut up way too much tomato. Okay, that tortilla is about to be done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it out, and as I'm gonna pull that one out, I'm gonna drop another one in there and just strain it. I have a paper plate with napkins on the side so I can drain the oil. So basically that's what you're gonna do so they can fry up real fast. Okay, I'm gonna let this one fry up. Go ahead and leave your pan at a medium. You don't want to burn your tortilla, because if it burns, it won't crisp all the way. It'll just burn on the edges. It won't toast the entire tortilla. So if you guys want to see any other breakfast recipes, you guys can go ahead and message me here or message me on my social medias. I will post my social medias on the at the end of this video. All my social medias have the same handle, so you guys, if you find me on one social media, you will most likely find me on another one with the same name. So it's all the same name, so you guys don't have to worry about it being different. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut the onion, 1/4 of an onion. I do have it pre-sliced because I used this little onion yesterday, but I'm gonna keep cutting it a little bit more. So my tortilla is about to burn. I'm paying attention to my tomatoes, but that's kind of what you want. You want a really nice toast on your tortilla because you are going to put everything on there and you want it to load it up. And what I'm going to do is I used usually it's just eggs, but my husband likes meat, so I am going to add meat to his. I'm not that big of a meat eater in the mornings. I can do with eggs. Sometimes I could just do with toast and I'm absolutely fine, but my husband is more of he wants meat in his breakfast. So now that I'm cutting up the onion, I'm gonna hurry up and do that so this one does not burn. And you want to cut the onion in small little square pieces. You don't want big old chunks in your salsa. Oh, and the tomato and the serrano and the onion is for the salsa, because it's Huevos Rancheros, so they have a salsa on the top. Okay, so now that I have my onion, I'm gonna go ahead and chop up my serrano. Okay, so we're gonna continue to fry. Sorry about the stops, guys. Yesterday I was filming my my horchata video, and somebody called me in between my video, and for some strange reason, I mean, it wasn't anybody that I didn't recognize the number, so I didn't answer. But I declined it, and then I restarted the video, and I thought I was, you know, recording, which it looked like I was recording. The numbers kept going up as it was recording. And when I went back to edit my video to finish that that horchata video, it was the end of the video. I had already done the process and everything of it, so it was basically me prepping serving the horchata the way we serve it, with the way we drink it. And as I'm editing that, I noticed that last video, it was about maybe 2 minutes. I'd say 2 minutes, but I was kind of talking to you guys about the social medias and everything. And as I'm editing that video and I click on that video, the video is black, completely black, but you can hear me. You can hear the background. You can hear me talking. You can hear me mixing around my jarra and everything. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And I tried to figure out how to, but there was just no there was no picture. There was nothing there for me to show you guys. So that's why my video, you guys can see that at the end I just put a picture, because it literally cut off. Like, okay, so I'm back. It did it again. For some strange reason it cut off again, and I don't know, guys. So hopefully it did not delete anything. Okay, so I finished up the last tortilla. So now what I'm gonna do is with the same oil, it was only half a cup of oil, and I fried up 5 tortillas, and it's only a little bit of oil. So it's still heating up. So what I'm gonna do is I cut up my vegetables, so the tomato, the onion, and the 2 chile serranos. So I'm gonna fry up the serranos and the onion first. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I think it's still hot. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that first. The reason why you wanna fry up that first is you wanna caramelize that first before you throw in the tomato, because the tomato, what it's gonna do is the tomato's gonna soften and it's gonna create juice. So if I create juice, it's not gonna cook the onion at all. It's just gonna like boil it kind of, and I want to saute it. You want to saute the onion to bring out the onion flavor and all of that. So to that, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. Always salt your food. I don't really salt that much, and my husband hates it, but I'm not a salt type of person. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm trying to speed it up because it is early in the morning, but my kids are about to, 2 out of 3 of my kids are already up, but the oldest always stays in his room, watches TV for a little bit, and then my toddler, if you guys can hear him, he's already knocking from his bedroom door. So I am trying to speed it up before the baby wakes up, because if the baby wakes up, he is not gonna let me finish. So saute it. It's almost there. I'm gonna make sure it's on high-low, just so you can saute them. Put them on medium-high, just so you can saute it. But it is about to be done. So basically that's what you want. You want the onions to have a little translucent color to them. You added salt to sweat them. Can you guys hear him? Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, since I have what I want, I'm gonna go ahead and add my tomato. I used 3 small Roma tomatoes, but you can use probably 1 or 2 large ones. Probably 1. I mean, this is only for myself and my husband. So usually I would just use 1.5. But these were really tiny. So I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna go open the door for my son. I'll be right back. Yeah, that was my toddler. You say hi? Hi. Can you say hi? Hi. Say hi. Hi. Okay, go play. Okay, so then as you guys can see, it's creating a little bit of juice. Daddy, no! No, not off. Not off. Thank you. No off, please. Okay, so it's creating juice, and that's exactly what you guys want. I'm gonna create that little juice. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it to a medium because I want the tomatoes to ooh, it's spicy, guys. I want the tomatoes to sweat it out and release that juice. And I apologize if I'm going super fast, you guys. I just wanna do this fairly fast because once my little one wakes up, it's hard for me to be here with doing my videos because, well, he needs a lot of my attention. I'm gonna try to put it forward so you guys can see a little bit more. So you guys see how it's. So this is what you want. You want the tomato to release that juice. I could smell the serrano. You don't have to put serrano, you could put jalapeno. I know sometimes jalapenos aren't that spicy, but I like it spicy, my salsa spicy. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the cover for this. Okay, so as you can see, it released. And you also want your tomatoes to be cooked. So if you still feel like there's some hard ones, lower it down. Lower it to a low high because you really want the tomato to get mushy, to release, you know, all the juices. So it kind of calmed down because I want the tomato to get cooked out. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. What happened? Yeah? Okay. Go over there because it's spicy. Spicy. Yep. Okay, go watch TV. Okay, bye. Bye, baby. Okay, so once you see that it is like this, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the back burner on low. I'm gonna put it on low. So here I have boiling water. I boiled water this morning for coffee. So I'm gonna go ahead and add about half a cup. And I'm gonna turn it around. I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna add water just to make it more juicier. I like a little bit of salsa. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that. I'm gonna put that on low in the back burner. I'm gonna cover it up. Make sure you cover it up so it cooks. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the back burner, and I'm gonna get a small pan. So I'm gonna get So I have that on the back, and I'm getting a small pan, and I'm gonna add about, I'd say, a half a cup of oil, or a little bit less than half a cup to my pan, and I'm gonna let that warm up. To that, I'm gonna add, this is where I'm gonna add my my eggs. I'm gonna grab my, sorry. Okay, it's almost, oh, excuse me, it is very spicy, that salsa. Okay, it's almost there. I have it on a high-low. I don't like to put it too high because I don't want to burn my eggs. So I am gonna do a single one first because this one's for my son. He doesn't eat it with salsa. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break in an egg. There it is. So I have it on a medium. Wow, guys, that salsa is really spicy. It's almost there. I'm gonna lower it really. I'm gonna lower the salsa to a low. So this is gonna be done in a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to just toss the oil around. I've had a few people ask me how I get my eggs so white. I have no idea, guys. But I'm gonna show you guys how I basically do my eggs. I have no idea, honestly, to tell you guys the truth. I like the yolk, so I don't like it cooked. So see, I already kind of cooked the outside, so it doesn't break when I flip it, because as long as your egg has contact, it will break. So then you're gonna I wiggle it into my pan, and then I lean it. You guys see that? I push my pan up and I put it wherever my pan is, just for support. And then it doesn't take that long to cook on the other side because it is already cooked, since I was throwing oil to it. And excuse me. And that's it. We are completely done now. So then I'm gonna go ahead and put this on a pan. Now I'm gonna take my eggs. Okay, I'm gonna place one on this side. Guys, the reason why I know how to do my eggs like this is because my mom, I mean, like I said, I get all my cooking from my mom, and she always made us breakfast in the morning, whether she was tired or not. She made sure we we ate breakfast. She made sure we had, you know, lunch and dinner. There was a period of time where she was working as well. Both of my parents were working, and we were a lot older. My brother was, I believe he was maybe in elementary school. He's the youngest one, and she would still get home and cook us something. And sometimes it was like, I think about it now that I have kids, I'm just like, you know, I kind of feel what my mom felt back then when we were like, I don't want to eat that, that's not food, or you know. But I don't think there's ever a time that I can't remember that she did not cook for us. So she did everything like special. Like if we liked the food a certain way, she made it for us. If we liked our, you know, like I said, our eggs a certain way, she did them. She catered to us a lot, and I do that for my kids now because I want them to eat, but I also don't want them to be picky. So I cook the meals to the way they want to. That way they eat. Because if they don't eat, they're going to be munching, you know, all day. You know, and I don't really like that. I have a big problem right now with my oldest that he does that. Okay, so I'm going to grab my eggs. And these are done, and I have it plated already. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on my plate. I'm gonna try to take out all the oil. You guys can add salt to the top of your eggs. I don't like salt, like I said. Now I'm gonna show you guys how we eat our huevos rancheros. Give me a second. So you're going to take some hot dogs. I'm going to put this on low heat. You're going to take some hot dogs. You're going to split them to the middle, right? Just all the way. You don't have to cut it full. Just split it to the middle. And you're going to add that to your oil. So split them enough, but don't split them apart. And I'm going to show you guys. That was spicy. So this is how my mom has always made it for us. I know hot dogs weird, but like I said, she's always made certain things for us, and this is how we ate our huevos rancheros. With the side. And ever since my mom has made it, this is the way I like to eat it. This is the way we eat it at home. And my husband eats it as well. So, I mean, I guess you could say it's weird, but to us, it's normal. So then, there you go. I'm going to go ahead and fry them up for you. I'm going to add another one because my son's probably going to ask me for one. Okay, I'm gonna put that one on the side. Okay, so it's almost frying up. If you guys have not tried it with these, you guys need to try it on the side or on top of your eggs. It's really good. My sister, my youngest sister, loves this. Whenever my mom, sometimes we didn't have, you know, hot dogs at home, so whenever my mom would make us this breakfast, she would ask for the egg, for the sausages, for the hot dogs, and my mom would be like, we don't have any. My sister would be so mad. My sister would be very upset. Sometimes she wouldn't even eat. She was that child, guys. She was that child. Okay, so it's gonna fry up. I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up real quick just so it you guys can see the finished product, because these are almost done and the salsa is almost finished. Once they start curling up is when you see that they're ready. think these are almost... I can hear my kids coughing in the background. The salsa is really spicy. Okay, these are almost done. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take them out. You want to drain these too, so put them on paper towels so they get drained. These are gonna be for my son. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch. Oh, no. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch the salsa to the back pan. I'm gonna bring it back, and it's on a little high. And as you guys can see, it is almost ready. It is almost ready. It's the juices are all out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit more salt because I added water. And that is it. So now that it is ready, I'm gonna go ahead and dress them up. So you have your eggs, and I'm gonna add the sorry guys, I'm gonna add the weenies in the middle. I apologize for my kids. Okay, so I have the weenies, the sausages, the hot dogs in the middle. So now I'm gonna pour the sauce, the salsa ranchera, that's what you call it. That's why they're called Huevos Rancheros. So then you're gonna grab it and you're gonna put it on top. I like it more on the juicy side. My husband likes it chunky. And there you have it, guys. There's your Huevos Rancheros. If you guys want to see any other breakfasts like this or any breakfasts that I had growing up, go ahead and tag me. I will go ahead and link my Instagram at the end of this video, so you guys can go ahead and follow me there. And thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy.